And this too much. Now, this is what my daughter did. She went and did it for me because the DNA passes down from your father. That's why the Bible said the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the bloodline comes from your daddy. So the seed will come from me. All the seeds, all the bloodline comes from the father. So the DNA that's passed all the way back to the original man came through my father's side. Now, this is what I want to show y'all because this is where Stisha did a DNA test, which she would have my DNA. You got what I'm saying? Now, I know it's kind of small, it's hard for y'all to see it, but basically, this is what the DNA tells us when African Americans do the DNA swab and find out what our DNA test is. It says that 80% Africa. Now, if you look at the map, it's saying where we come from, which is right in where Nigeria is. Right where Nigeria and Ghana and Congo, right on that horn of Africa, right on that curve, which is accurate. It's actually accurate. Now I'm gonna show y'all why they say we were Africans, because this is where you got to really put your thinking on right here. They said we were Africans. So now listen, your DNA is gonna go back to a people group that was from that area. So that means if your people was in this area for any length of time, your DNA is going to go back there. And the problem is the DNA of the African American doesn't really fit in Africa. But it goes back to Africa because that's the only place that they saw us at was in Africa. Because we were in Africa at one time. Because remember I said in 70 AD, we fled from Jerusalem down through, it says we went down through Sudan, through Ethiopia. We kept going down to Africa, to the west, y'all got what I'm saying? So this would be my DNA in my family. This is on my father's side. This is what our makeup is. So if you see, it's 80% African, which is basically a surety. We're from the continent of Africa. It's telling us the most concentrated place is right there on that horn of Africa. Now I'm gonna get a little deep on y'all. So keep your mind up, amen. Don't put your hungry mind down. When your mind is hungry, you tend to wander because your stomach is talking. I'm trying to help. This is deep. If you get this, man, I'm telling you, it's gonna change who you how you see yourself. Now, let me explain. The DNA haplotype is genetics. Haplotype is a combination of closely linked DNA sequences on one chromosome that are often inherited together. That means when they look at your chromosome, they're looking for a certain type that's on your chromosome, so they can identify. Right now. DNA haplogroup is a set of similar haplotypes inherited together, or a group who shares a set of similar haplotypes used to understand genetic lineages. In other words, the group is all have the same haplotype. That's how you find out. So what they have done, what DNA is, they went all over the world, every people group, they took their DNA, and that's why when you go and get your DNA, they already got people's DNA already mapped out everywhere in the world, so they know whatever your DNA come up, whatever your code is, they already got it on file. And they say, okay, this is where you're from, and you can't. Ain't no way to beat it. Ain't no way to beat that. So that's definitive. Say definitive proof. Okay, so our DNA. And what I'm going to show y'all is our haplogroup of African Americans is all the same. So you go get your own DNA test, but it's all the same because they found out that the African American haplogroup is the same, not like Africans. I'm gonna give it to you so you look it up for yourself. Now let me show you. Genetic group. Our haplogroup is E1B1A. That's what your African American haplogroup would be, right? You got that? This haplogroup is found predominantly among the Bantu Negro, descended to include but not limited to the African Limba, West African tribes, Igbo, remember that's very important, Igbo Jews in Africa, African Americans, West Indians, Brazilians, Haitians, and other Negro-influenced race throughout the Caribbean and scattered across different nations. Contrary to false gender reporting, this is not sub-Saharan or Hamitic haplogroup. It is Semitic. That's everything. I just told you everything. That means it's not Hamitic. So that Ham is where you get the Africans from. Kush, Ethiopia, Mizraim, Egypt. It's saying we're not from them. We're not from sub-Saharan Africa. We're Semitic. This is telling you that's saying you're not of Ham, you're of Shem. Oh, This is what if you are why is what I'm telling y'all, why is this grouping important? Because there are people, the Bantus, which is now the Limba tribe in Africa right now, million of them, still original Hebrews that did not leave Africa. Remember, they ran out of Jerusalem, down to Africa, they still over practicing Judaism. They know exactly who they are. They took their DNA and found out that their DNA is not, now, the African DNA is E1B1B. That's African DNA. But the Shemite DNA is E1B1A. So the Limba tribe in Africa, that's Jews. They know they Jews, no doubt about it. They're E1B1A, which means that E1B1A. Now, why is it important? Because they knew they had DNA from Aaron, Moses' brother. Moses' brother was the Levites. Y'all got that? Moses' brother DNA, Aaron, they know is E1B1A. Now, if Moses' brother, which means he got that DNA from his father, so that means that's what Moses' DNA was. So the children of Israel, that's their DNA. Amen. Just let it sink in. This stuff could never be known until the last days. There wasn't enough technology to find out. That's why I said I didn't just go off of what was written. I said, no, I want definitive proof. There got to be a way to prove it. I just proved it. I'll go further.